Well, this may be the last story I tell today. So, on board this vessel, we were, what was it? Is this the one? I don't remember. I forgot what it was, but I know we always had fun and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, there it is. One of the IFF equipments, it's the 49 radar. Because we had a issue where the IFF is flashing on the radar screen. Now that's strange, it shouldn't flash. So first we blamed it on the display, saying the display was causing it. And then as we went through and started discussing it, of course, everybody on board, it's their problem. So we got there, we opened up the display and they showed us where the signal was coming and going, coming into it. So that eliminated their equipment. So we went back down, picked up the test equipment on the front of the equipment, and we're watching it. It was working. And it went nothing. Well, as I watched it, you could watch the inputs, the signal going out to the displays. It would do a little rise and then fall slowly. And it just be like that. And as I was sitting there and I started watching it and realized as we're rolling back and forth, that's when the signal was going up and back down, up and back down. So yeah, that's why it was what was happening. And we got what was a TDR, timed off domain reflectometer, which will send a signal out the cable and tell you if there's a break in it, there's a short in it, or if it goes all the way out to the antenna. So we hooked it up and it gave us the reading and we measured it out. You take the time that the signal and use a formula to figure out how many feet it is. You can actually look on sometimes. Actually, the one we had actually had the feet on it. That's a small signal. I mean, it doesn't take long for a radio signal to go from here, from the lab, which is right about from the equipment room right here, down through here, up this mast, up to this antenna. Come to find out, we tasted it and it measured so many feet. So we went, followed the cable, tore up the ceiling in the officer's mess right in here. And they weren't happy about that one. So we found it and went out into the hallway in the officer's boardroom, went out to the hallways. So we put the ceilings back up, of course, cleaned up the boardroom, and found that here the signal was good, but when you stepped over it was bad. So right here in the expansion joint, the twisting of the ship, it sheared the cable, broke the cable inside. So when it shifted back and forth, it would go in and out of that. And you have a outer sheath and the shielding and then the dielectric foam material. And then the inner and this one is a helix soft or open core for the center conductor, which is the main signal goes down. So it was just twisting where it was and make the connection and come back and make the connection. So the SRF ship repair facility in Yokosuka, is it Yokosuka? But one of them sent us out a piece of cable wasn't exactly the same helix we got, because we sent out a CAS rep to get the cable replaced, and due to the decommissioning schedule, they weren't going to spend the money to replace the whole cable. The SRF repair facility, I think it was Japan, sent us out a smaller helix cable, which was solid core, connectors to put on them, and then we hook it up. And that was, yeah, that was on the way to relieve or get rid of our arms, our missiles and 5-inch rounds. We were going to drop them off for decommission, get rid of all the ammo. We replaced that cable, we hacksaw it, and put a new connection in. And when we tested it, it was actually better than when the cable was itself. So they couldn't see the splices or anything. And we went along later and decommissioned the ship, which is funny. You have to go through a inspection that ensures the equipment's to work to shut the ship down. To someone to explain, but hey, it's the military, it's the government, it's the Navy, so they have their reasons. But the other thing is, when you have the don't ask, or no, yeah, we cannot confirm or deny the presence of nuclear weapons on board the vessel. Well, they can say that all they want, but people on board knew when. There were certain indications that were. But yeah, this is fun. Had the launcher up here up in front was for the missiles, the SM-1s. I think it was SM-1s, some SM-2s, and some other missile. I forget what it was, but it wasn't the harpoons, because the harpoons were in the back. They had four launchers pointing towards the port, four launchers pointing towards the starboard. So yeah, that was back there. And actually it's port, starboard, so yeah. And if you want to remember port, starboard, just remember port has 4 letters, left has 4 letters. So that's port is left. That's the little thing the bosun made on board taught me way back in the beginning. It was 4 letters, 4 letters. There you go. And I forget what the red and green. What? How you got the? Got me to remember those right now. I'll remember it later. But yeah, I want to thank you for your time, and thank you for paying attention to my videos, and hopefully you enjoyed it.